Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, so today we are going over the side-by-side camera comparison between the Galaxy S9 and the Galaxy Note 8. Now this is the S9 Plus that we did use for this version of the test, and there's two things that make this different from a lot of other YouTube channels, and that is, one, the photos were taken all automatic. So a lot of YouTubers tend to, I feel, tap the screen and then change the EV and change all the settings. Again, all of these phones could do better on photos, but I choose to leave it as it is out of the box. That way it's the same way you get it. Secondly, I do also take 2 shots with each phone, and that's it. So if I did not get a good shot, again, average consumer, what are you going to take photos of? And that's all I give it, 2 shots, and that's it. So let's get to the 8 different categories and see which one and how much better the S9 got in the last 6 months compared to the Note 8. All right, so let's go over the first one. This one is the indoor shot. And the indoor shot, you can see that the coloring and lighting, I feel, has gotten improved on inside shots between the Note 8 and the S9 Plus. So especially when we go in and zoom in on here, you can definitely see that the lighting is better, especially on the white tile. It gives a lot darker tint on the Note 8, but also the clarity. If you look at the words back over here, I just feel that the S9, especially back here in the K Jewelers part, it definitely has picked up a bit more clarity in this photo. Overall, it just has great control. I feel like the iPhone X, if you catch our last comparison, did a little bit too washed out on some of the sections of this, but did a better overall job of brightening. However, the S9 is just clearly, I think, overall better inside shot than the Note 8. Now, when we get to the next category, this is low light. Now, low light is always a tricky subject for any phone, but I think this is definitely the biggest thing where everyone's thinking the S9 will obviously beat the Note 8 because that's the big thing with the better aperture quality this time around than last 6 months ago. So overall, yes. One, the lens flare is a bit better controlled on this version than on this version. So that's that brightening of a light spot. But also as we zoom in, not only do I believe the coloring is better, but the detail is better on the words 9628 right here. You can see them a lot better off on the S9 Plus. So yeah, overall, I do believe that the S9 Plus handily wins this. And also the coloring I feel is better. The green is actually the representing of the different color greens, especially since these trees, bushes are different colors. You can kind of tell a difference here, but again, you lose a lot of that detail. So yes, the lower light is real. It definitely has improved comparing from the Note 8 to the S9 Plus. And now the inside shot. Now this one, again, you definitely notice a difference, not only in color reproduction, but also in clarity. You can read my YouTube Tech Guy t-shirt a lot better off on the S9 compared to the Note 8. But definitely in the detail too. My beard is kind of washed out entirely on the Note 8, whereas on the S9 you get a bit more detail on it. Now both of them still have Samsung's like artifacting kind of thing where it makes you look prettier, even though you try to turn it off. But definitely just the detail, even in the wood next to me, beside me, is just more detailed, and the color is better. There's one you would post online, you would definitely post the S9 Plus for just having a bit more vibrant color, but also just better color. By the way, someone did point out, well, it looks like your skin tone is more accurate. I have white lights, blinding white lights in front of me, so no, my skin tone is more like the S9 Plus than the Note 8. Just someone said that in the iPhone comparison. All right, now we go to this one, and overall, I will say this. We're gonna get into color reproduction later, but already you can tell the Note 8 sometimes have better color reproduction than I feel the S9 Plus does. Now, I did get a pre-production model, so you have to take that part with a grain of salt in terms of could it be better when it comes overall? Well, you'll see that in my full review. I'm not doing a full review till I get the final build of it. But I do notice that this is actually dead on accurate of the color of the Deadpool t-shirt of the red compared to this one being a bit more washed out. Now I will say this, that we saw this again on the iPhone one being too bold, but this is the actual perfect coloring of the t-shirt. So, but we're going over live focus here. So how did the blur go overall? Overall, the blur is pretty good. I will say, out of a couple of photos that we did take with the Note 8 and the S9 Plus, it seems to have gotten a little bit better at the edging. Kind of just like this part kind of blurred in with the background, I feel like, and just certain parts of the Note just doesn't define it well. Like again, this part of the jacket right here, where it's just better defined on the S9. So in terms of the blurring effect, I will say it's been an improvement, but I do like the color reproduction better on the Note 8, and we'll get to that a little bit later as well. Now, what about the selfie blur? So this is called selfie focus on the S9 and selective focus on the Note 8. But overall, between the two, both do a great job. I feel like that both do a pretty good job. But when it comes to selfies, no camera, I feel, except maybe for the Pixel, has gotten this down perfectly with edging correctly. Both suffer from issues on the left side right here. So both of them did not blur correctly on the left side, but you get that good wide shot, and overall, I'm gonna call this one a tie. I don't really feel that it's dramatically improved from the Note 8 to the S9 Plus, and that is a shame because I wish the selfie quality would be better overall on the S9. Hopefully with the Note 9 we're gonna get improved selfie, but that's the one thing I really feel that Samsung could step up more. Not that they're bad, but just definitely need to step up more. Now, in terms of the details, Samsung is one of the best when you crop in and get the detail of your photo than any other manufacturer. And really that definitely hasn't improved that much. I mean, they look about the same. So I'm gonna call this a tie as we go over every single one of the games. And let me know if you notice a difference. The detail's pretty much on par with each other. There's not too much of a difference throughout all of it. So yeah, I'm gonna call the detail a tie overall. All right, now color reproduction. Now color reproduction, you can definitely see a difference from one year to the next. And I will say that Samsung has gone with a warmer tone. Now, some of these photos might come out better because of that, but overall, in terms of color accuracy, the Note 8 definitely has a more color accurate palette compared to the S9, where it has a yellow tint over all of these faces and skin tone compared to the Note 8 having a more realistic feature on it. Now, in terms of white, overall, I think that they're both pretty good. I do say you get a little bit more toned down with the white, but again, when it comes to the other colors, the S9 just kind of warms them all up. So overall, yes, I will say that the Note 8 does better at color reproduction than the S9 Plus. And then finally, we go to the last category, which is the S9 Plus versus the Note 8 in selfies. So what have we seen? This is the toughest selfie comparison because you take a look at a very dark background that'll let you know how it is in clubs and dark settings, and take a very look at a bright background, how it is when you're out in the sunlight and you take a photo. So overall, with these two, I will say that the S9 does a slightly better job with the brighter light. I think in low light, both are pretty much on par with each other. There's not too much of a difference there. But definitely with the bright light, you can see that the S9 does a bit better in selfies in the daylight. So it does a better job of neutralizing the light on the side of you compared to the Note 9, which did get washed out a little bit. And you can definitely tell in the picture frame behind there that you can definitely see it a lot better here than on here. So overall, what are our results? Well, for the indoor shot, the S9 has definitely improved. The S9 also takes both low lights, so outdoor and indoor, so that's 3-2-0. The Note 8 has basically done the same, so I will call this one a tie overall. I would say there's an argument to be made by the S9 Plus, but overall I feel like I'm going to call this a tie, just because there has been a bit of improvement, but I really like the color reproduction better on the Note 8. So I'm calling it a tie, but you can let me know what you think, which one is better. Selfies, again, I will call it a tie. I think there hasn't been too much an improvement made for this shot on selfie focus, or the blurring out the background. Details, again, same on par, so no winner there. And then color reproduction will go to the Note 8, so that would be 3-1. And then finally, regular selfies, I will say that the S9 does a bit better job of toning down brightness now. So that would be 4:1. So overall, yes, the S9 Plus is going to be a better camera than the Note 8, which we expected, but it's nice to see how much of a difference it is from a 6 months time to see what the difference has been in the Samsung's camera. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comment section down below. Does this make you more interested in the S9 Plus right now, or does this just confirm I'm going to wait till the Note 9 to get the update? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you as always for watching. Make sure to check out all of our other coverage of the S9 as we have the most coverage for it on YouTube. Thank you again. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.